Let's talk about the pandemic for a minute. Did you remain on board?
No, I was at home because there was no guest. I'm a guest-oriented person, and my job involves in the front of the house. So I was home, but Carnival was in touch with me. We shared a lot of ideas for this particular vessel, and all the ideas were executed and implemented well. And I'm very proud to be a part of it.
What was it like on board at the beginning of the pandemic when Carnival first notified you that operations were shutting down completely and that many of the crew were going to be going home? What did that feel like on board for the crew?
People were very. I would not say they were happy. Yeah, there was a lot of sadness in the people because they know that they were all going home, and we knew that we were going home. But we were very blessed that I am in touch with multiple friends of mine who work for different company, but Carnival was the company who initiated the first ship going to Asia, and followed by many ships going to Asia, Europe, and South Africa on the way. I think the other companies followed it. Regardless of the companies which followed us, the crew were very happy that they were going home to their families healthy and safe. And I really cannot imagine that I had to go on Panorama back home on a brand new vessel.
Were you surprised that Carnival made the move to actually take the ship and bring you home on board the ship?
I was actually not surprised. I knew there was something coming up, but the decision made by our president of Carnival Cruise Line, followed by all the senior VPs and VPs.
Christine did a great job.
Amazing, and I'm very proud to work with all the vice presidents and senior vice presidents on board who took this decision, who made all the crew safe, happier to go home. And we were all home for quite some time, and we were all healthy. And I am in touch with multiple of my crew who works in the restaurant department, and I believe that they are extremely happy to be back. And those people who are home, they are also very happy that they are going to come back soon, because Carnival is coming up with the news is that we're going to start many ships in the near future.
And a lot of questions I get asked about when you were being brought home. Did the crew get to come up into the regular cabins and spread across the ship?
Absolutely, yes.
So you weren't stuck in your crew quarters?
So no. The Carnival is been, as I said to you, I repeat one more time, that they were all in the guest quarters, and most of the crew members, 80% of the crew were in the balcony cabins, and all the rules and regulations were there, set by the CDC. At the same time, the crew morale was great. The culinary department did a phenomenal job and the housekeeping as well, and the restaurants as well, because the food was delivered to the cabins with the minimum manning, the safe manning on board. I don't think so that any opportunities were there or any challenges that you just mentioned a few minutes ago that I can come up with. No, everything was great.
Awesome. Are most of the crew back now that you work with?
Yeah, the one I worked with in the last few, because we did few startups in the last two years. Most of the crew are really back on board in many ships right now, and we have 6-7 ships at the moment, and all the crew are back, and most of them who are home, they have some visa issues because the embassies are closed at the moment.
Right.
In many countries, like my country, India, the visas are expired for few people, and with this unconditional circumstances, the embassies are closed. But now slowly the embassies are opening, and people are getting the visas, and once the visas are approved, Carnival is really bringing them back to work. So thank you, Carnival.
Excellent. And let's talk about the Mardi Gras specifically. Lots of people don't know what to expect when they come on the Mardi Gras, because it is very different. I know for me personally, when I first boarded the Mardi Gras, I have only ever been on Carnival ships since I was knee-high.
Okay.
And when I boarded the Mardi Gras, honestly, I wasn't impressed. And I think that's because it was so different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
I will say, as a side note, the Mardi Gras has grown on me ever since the first day. It is absolutely my favorite ship in the fleet now. Initially, it was just so different to me. But one of the things that people before they cruise have expressed to me that they didn't understand, maybe I can get a little of your view on it, is some people were frustrated that because there's so many specialty restaurants, that reservations had to be made before you cruised on Carnival.com. And a lot of people who didn't know that got to the last day before cruising and found out that the restaurants that have been advertised that they really wanted to take part of were then sold out. Are there any reservations that are left open, particularly so that when people get on board the ship, they can get a reservation even if it showed sold out on the website?
So, Sal, it's a very interesting topic to touch, right? Mardi Gras itself, our director, senior director, shoreside, VP shoreside, we came up with such a beautiful idea here on board that it's a very user-friendly app that we have right now.
I agree.
It's called as a hub app. You check in through the app for any restaurant on board, and being a restaurant manager, I have not received a single query that we missed out the restaurant because we did not make the restaurants are full. So in a 7-day cruise, you get to explore most of the venues, and based on the likings of our guests. So you have the hub app check-in. So you can check in on the hub app for breakfast, brunch, your time dining, and let's talk about this hub app check-in for our all-inclusive, which is Cucina and Chibang. It's amazing that we offer this as all-inclusive part.
I agree.
And people are so happy. And yesterday I spoke to one of the guests, and they said, Amith, this is amazing because we feel that we are in one of those beautiful cruise lines and paying so much money, but this is more beautiful, and Carnival has come up with such an amazing idea, putting all inclusive. So there is no way that any guest can go thinking that I missed this opportunity, because they don't have to call anyone. They can use their own cell phone device, and they can make a reservation on a specific restaurant like Rudy's Sea Grill or 555 Steakhouse or Bonsai Teppanyaki, and if it is sold out, they have an option to choose their different dates. And if they also have a phone number to call, where we try to accommodate them on a different dates. So that's the paid restaurants. And talking about all-inclusive restaurants, we are very amazingly offering the menus that we have in Cucina and Chibang. We have this Mexican and Chinese served both side by side, the best of both side by side. And so you get to sit in a restaurant and have both Mexican and Chinese in the same plate, or side by side. I mean, not the same plate, sorry. And then we have a Cucina del Capitano, where we have this exclusive, the heart of Carnival Cruise Line, and you get to have this beautiful same meal, and it's all inclusive. So your question, how do the guests feel with so many restaurants on board? No, they feel very amazing because they get to use a hub app, and they don't have to stay in line anymore. They dress up so nicely, they request a table, and they come to the super restaurants. Once they get the notification, they walk into the restaurant. So there's no lines, there is no wait list. You have the app will tell you what is the wait time, and the wait time is like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So you get to choose a restaurant also. If you don't have 10 minutes to wait, you also have all the other venues which has no wait time. So it's basically your call as a guest to choose a venue and to choose a wait time and to come to the restaurant.
And for those of you who haven't cruised before, who might not know what we're talking about, including with your cruise ticket, you will have the main dining room that is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's included with your ticket. The food is fantastic. It's easily between a 4- and 5-star restaurant, and you'll enjoy that every day and every night of your cruise. There are also some restaurants throughout the ship that are also included in your ticket, but there are a few restaurants like Rudy's Sea Grill and Emeril Lagasse's restaurant and the upscale steakhouse that are a little additional. I do recommend that you make your reservations on carnival.com for those restaurants before your cruise, but I have found exactly what this gentleman is telling me, is that once you get on board, even the restaurants that were sold out on the app, I called around to make some reservations myself, and I was able to get a reservation anywhere I wanted to go. And as he said, there is an app you use that will give you a time for your reservation, and unlike almost every other ship in the fleet, we found 0 wait time at any restaurant here on board.
That's absolutely correct. I strongly suggest that when people are coming, please go tell your family and friends to come and visit us on board Mardi Gras, and you can also do a pre-cruise reservation for these beautiful outlets like Rudy's Sea Grill, Bonsai Teppanyaki, and the lovely 555 Steakhouse. Pre-cruise reservation would make yourself plan better your cruise. You can plan better. You can look for the shore excursions. You can book your shows accordingly, and everything allows you to plan your cruise better. The pre-cruise reservation, and just in case if you fail the pre-cruise reservation, you can definitely use the hub app, and you can do the reservation for these lovely outlets.
Perfect. Now, before we end, there's a question I always ask. I ask everybody from the captain all the way down to my room steward. What's the favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of my job is to engage with the guest and know their likes and dislikes, and they go home and they tell their family and friends to come and visit us.
And what's your least favorite part of your job?
My least favorite part of my job is to wear the mask, but yeah, we'll wear the mask for the time being till everything gets over, and that's about it. Yes.
And just so I don't mess it up, pronounce your first and last name for me.
My first name is Amith, and my last name is Sharma.
Sharma. Well, thank you, Amith, very much.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
sitting
Sal.
down and taking
Thank
the time
you so
with
much.
us.
Thank you for talking to me, and I hope we get some great people coming on board. And I want to wait for you on board to say hello and extend the greatest hospitality of Carnival Cruise Line, especially on board the beautiful Mardi Gras.
And that's it, but if you haven't already, again, make sure you hit that subscribe button, click the little bell notification, that way YouTube will let you know every time we upload a brand new video. Also, we have a news text service. It's totally free. Just send me a text with the word cruise to 305-574-9213, and we'll let you know every time we upload a brand new video. Also, we'll let you know when cruise industry news happens live before it even hits the internet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon up on the Lido deck.